Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially high-value coins in modern U.S. history, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter. That's right, a coin that you may have handled in your everyday change could actually be a hidden treasure. Before you go checking under the couch cushions, stick around, because we're going to uncover what makes this particular quarter so incredibly special, why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the right one, and how you could be holding on to a small fortune without even realizing it. Let's rewind to the year 1999. This was a landmark year for U.S. coinage as it marked the beginning of the 50 State Quarters program, a massive and wildly popular initiative by the United States Mint to honor each state with its own uniquely designed quarter. Connecticut was the 5th state to be featured, and its coin is nothing short of a work of art. Now, take a look at the design. The reverse side of the quarter beautifully showcases the charter oak, a historic and legendary tree that once stood in Hartford. According to folklore, this massive oak was used to hide the original Connecticut royal charter in 1687 to protect it from being seized by the British. This iconic tree became a symbol of American independence and resistance, and the mint captured its majestic branches in stunning detail. It's not just a coin. It's a miniature tribute to freedom, resilience, and state pride. But the real magic for collectors comes not just from the design, but from the rare features and minting errors that can be found in some of these Connecticut quarters. You see, while millions of these coins were produced, only a tiny fraction possessed the unique mistakes or flawless finishes that drive their value into the stratosphere. One of the most sought-after errors is the off-center strike, where the coin's image isn't aligned properly with the blank planchet. This kind of error can range from slight misalignments to dramatic shifts, and the more pronounced the error, the higher the value. Then there's the double die error, where certain parts of the design, like the date or details of the charter oak, appear slightly doubled due to a misprint during the minting process. These subtle but rare features are like gold to collectors. Another factor is the coin's condition. If your 1999 Connecticut quarter is in uncirculated or mint state condition, with no scratches, no signs of wear, and full original luster, its value can skyrocket. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC and given a high mint state rating, especially MS67 or above, can be incredibly valuable. The higher the grade, the more rare it becomes, because very few coins survive the circulation process in perfect shape. And here's something even more fascinating. Some coins were struck on the wrong metal planchet. That means a Connecticut quarter was accidentally minted using the metal intended for a different denomination, like a dime or a foreign coin blank. These are true minting anomalies and are worth a fortune to the right buyer. So, why does this matter to collectors? Because coins like this don't just represent monetary value. They tell a story. They're a snapshot of history, a testament to the imperfections in our own systems, and a reminder that even small details can create immense value. Collectors aren't just hunting coins. They're hunting stories, legends, and once-in-a-lifetime finds. Now here comes the moment you've all been waiting for. That if you're lucky enough to own a 1999 Connecticut quarter with the right combination of errors, condition, and rarity, say, a perfect mint state specimen with a dramatic off-center strike or a confirmed double die, it could be worth as much as $85,000. That's right, $85,000 for a single quarter. Think about that for a moment. Just 25 cents in change, turned into a life-changing windfall. It's the ultimate reward for sharp eyes and a little curiosity. Top 2, we're zeroing in on a stunning coin from the 50 State Quarters program, one that's capturing the attention of serious collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. We're talking about the 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a quarter, right? Well, think again. Because if you happen to have the right version of this coin, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Stay with us as we explore its beautiful design, fascinating symbolism, and the rare features that can turn this coin from common to completely collectible. Let's start with the story behind this coin. The Oklahoma Quarter was released in 2008 as part of the final year of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program. This series, which started in 1999, celebrated each state's unique heritage and history through artistic coin designs. When Oklahoma's turn came, the Mint delivered a real showstopper. On the reverse of the coin, you'll find a graceful depiction of the scissor-tailed flycatcher, Oklahoma's state bird, soaring elegantly above a field of wild Indian blanket flowers. The bird's wings stretch dramatically across the surface, symbolizing freedom in the natural beauty of the plains. The detail in the feathers, the motion captured mid-flight, it's a miniature masterpiece. But here's where things get truly exciting. Not all Oklahoma quarters are created equal. Some carry minting errors or rare features that make them extremely valuable to collectors. That's what separates a 25-cent coin from something worth thousands. Let's talk about those rare features. One of the most desirable errors found in a handful of 2008 Oklahoma quarters is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once during the minting process, slightly off alignment. The result? Parts of the design, like the lettering or the feathers of the bird, appear doubled or shadowed. These are rare, striking to look at, and highly sought after by error collectors. Another anomaly to watch for is the off-center strike. When a coin isn't properly aligned in the press, the image ends up shifted off the coin center. Sometimes it's just a few degrees off, but the more dramatic the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. Combine this with an uncirculated, flawless condition, and you're looking at a very special find. Then there are coins that were struck on the wrong planchet, which means the coin was accidentally printed on a metal blank intended for another denomination or even a foreign coin. These types of minting mistakes are exceedingly rare, and each one tells a story of how something unusual slipped through one of the world's most advanced minting facilities. Condition matters too immensely. A coin that has never entered circulation, preserved in mint state, with zero scratches or discoloration, holds far more value than a worn-out version. Coins graded MS66 or higher by professional grading services are the gold standard for serious collectors. So, why is the 2008 Oklahoma quarter becoming such a buzz in the collecting world? Because error coins from the final year of the State Quarters series are even more rare and collectible. The series was winding down, meaning tighter quality control, but even then, a few incredible mint errors managed to sneak through. And for collectors, that's like striking gold. Now imagine this, a quarter that has all the right elements, an error like a double die or off-center strike, preserved in near-perfect condition, with full luster and sharp detail. That's the kind of coin collectors dream about. That's the kind of coin auction houses fight to get their hands on. And now, for the part you've all been waiting for, the big reveal. What could one of these rare Oklahoma quarters actually be worth? If you're lucky enough to own a 2008 Oklahoma State quarter with the perfect combination of rarity, error, and flawless preservation, one that truly stands out among the rest, it could be worth as much as $83,000. Yes, you heard that right. A simple state quarter, originally worth just 25 cents, could now be worth $83,000. So, the next time you go digging through your old change jar, your coin collection, or even the cash drawer at your local store, keep your eyes open. You never know what kind of treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Top 3, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in American pocket change history, the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter. Yes, that's right. A coin that you've probably seen dozens of times could actually be worth way more than you ever imagined. So grab your coin jar, sit back, and listen closely, because the next 5 minutes could turn your ordinary quarter into an extraordinary discovery. The Louisiana quarter was released in 2002 as part of the U.S. Mint's legendary 50-state quarters program. It was the 18th coin released in the series, and what makes it stand out isn't just its design, it's the rich story behind it and the extremely rare versions that collectors are now racing to find. Let's talk design. The reverse of the coin is a beautiful tribute to Louisiana's culture, history, and role in American expansion. You'll see an outline of the state with a trumpet floating above it, representing Louisiana's world-famous jazz heritage. And then there's the iconic image of the pelican, the state bird, symbolizing the wild and vibrant spirit of the region. But perhaps most important of all, there's the image of the Louisiana Purchase, highlighting the land acquisition that doubled the size of the United States back in 1803. It's not just a coin. It's a tiny canvas packed with American history, art, and identity. But while millions of these quarters were minted and put into circulation, only a handful have become the stuff of legends. Why? because of minting errors, rare variations, and perfect condition specimens that can turn this 25-cent piece into a true collector's prize. Now let's get into what really makes certain 2002 Louisiana quarters so valuable. One of the most exciting and sought-after features in coin collecting is a double die error. On some Louisiana quarters, this error can be seen in the date or the lettering, where the characters appear slightly shadowed or doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. These kinds of errors aren't easy to spot unless you're really looking, but once found, they can add huge value. Then we have the off-center strike error. This happens when the coin isn't perfectly centered in the minting press. The result? Part of the design may be cut off or pushed to one side. The more off-center the strike, the more rare and collectible the coin becomes. Some collectors have paid top dollar for quarters with just a 15% to 20% off-center error, so imagine what a highly noticeable one could be worth. Another fascinating and rare type of error is when a coin is struck on the wrong planchet. That means the quarter might have been mistakenly printed on a metal blank mint for another denomination, like a dime or a foreign coin. These are incredibly rare and considered minting anomalies. They're the kinds of mistakes that turn average coins into auction-worthy treasures. But beyond the errors, there's another key factor that determines a coin's value: its condition. Most coins go straight into circulation, rubbing against other coins, getting scratched, and slowly wearing down. But a coin that's been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one graded by a top service like PCGS or NGC, can be worth dramatically more. Coins graded MS66 or higher are considered investment grade, and when those high grades meet rare errors, well, that's when you've hit the jackpot. Collectors love the Louisiana quarter not just for its rarity, but for what it represents. It captures a moment in history, the Louisiana Purchase, that changed the face of the United States forever. Add to that the soulful tribute to jazz and culture, and you've got a coin that tells a powerful story from both a historical and artistic perspective. That's what makes it such a prized piece in collections around the world. Now, here comes the part you've all been waiting for. You've followed the story, you've learned what to look for, and now it's time to talk numbers. If you happen to be one of the lucky few who owns a 2002 Louisiana quarter with the perfect mix of condition, error, and rarity, say a high-grade mint state coin with a dramatic double die or off-center strike, it could be worth as much as $80,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single Louisiana quarter, originally worth just 25 cents, could now be worth $80,000. That's the power of rarity, history, and the thrill of coin collecting. So before you spend that next quarter at the store, take a closer look. It might just be one of the rarest coins in your pocket and your ticket to an amazing payday. Top 4. We're exploring a modern coin that might not seem special at first glance. But trust me, it holds a secret that has collectors buzzing. We're talking about the 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter, a beautiful piece from the America the Beautiful Quarters program. At first glance, it's just another shiny quarter. But hidden among the millions that were minted, there are a few extremely rare versions that could be worth a small fortune. So get comfortable, listen closely, and who knows, by the end of this video, you might be racing to check your coin jar for one of these hidden gems. Let's begin with the story behind the coin. The Ozark Riverways quarter was released in 2017 as part of a special series that honored America's national parks and historic sites. This particular coin commemorates the Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri, a stunning landscape known for its crystal-clear rivers, lush forested hills, and old mills that whisper the stories of America's past. Now, take a moment to really look at this coin's reverse design. It features Alley Mill, a historic red mill that has stood near the Jack's Fork River for over a century. Surrounded by nature, the scene is peaceful, rich in detail, and truly captures the soul of the Ozarks. It's more than currency. It's art, and it celebrates both American heritage and natural beauty. But let's get to the exciting part. The real reason this quarter has collectors on high alert. You see, while millions of Ozark Riverways quarters were struck, only a very few were minted with rare errors or have survived in perfect, uncirculated condition. And those coins? They're the ones that could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. Let's break it down. One of the most important features to look for is the double die error. This occurs during the minting process when a coin is struck twice, slightly off-center, causing elements of the design, such as the mill, the lettering, or the water lines to appear doubled. It may seem subtle at first glance, but under magnification, these details stand out, and so does the coin's value. Another error collectors dream of is the off-metal strike, when a quarter is accidentally struck on the wrong metal planchet. Imagine a 2017 Ozark quarter struck on a blank mint for a penny or a foreign coin. That's a rare minting mistake, and it instantly turns that quarter into an exceptional find. Then there are off-center strikes, when the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press. If part of the design is missing or shifted far from the center, that's another sign you've found something special. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. But rarity isn't just about errors. It's also about condition. A coin fresh from the mint, with no scratches, discoloration, or signs of circulation, can be graded as MS67 or even higher. These top-grade coins are incredibly hard to find, especially from years when coins were made for everyday use. Now, picture this: a flawless 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter, preserved in mint condition, with a visible and verifiable double die error or off-metal strike. That's not just a collector's dream. It's a potential windfall. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay so much for one quarter? It's simple. Rarity, combined with beauty and historical importance, makes coins like these highly desirable to collectors all around the world. And since error coins are often one-of-a-kind or part of an extremely limited number, they carry both sentimental and monetary value. So, if you've been overlooking those 2017 quarters in your change, now's the time to take a closer look. Because the right coin could be more than just a piece of metal. It could be a treasure waiting to be discovered. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The big value reveal that if you happen to find a 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter with a significant mint error and it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a value as high as $78,000. Yes, you heard that right. $78,000 for a single quarter that might be hiding in your pocket change right now. So don't wait. Start searching through your coins, inspect them carefully, and who knows? Your next great discovery could be one of the rarest quarters ever minted. Top 5, we're diving into one of the most talked about and mysterious coins in the entire 50-state quarters series, the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. You might think it's just another state quarter, but let me tell you, this coin has caused a huge stir in the world of numismatics. It's not just rare, it's legendary. Some versions of this quarter are so unique that collectors have paid tens of thousands of dollars just to own one. So if you're the kind of person who checks their change or flips through old coin jars, you're going to want to hear this from start to finish. Let's begin with the design. The Wisconsin State Quarter was released in 2004, celebrating the state's rich agricultural roots. On the reverse side, you'll see 3 key symbols of Wisconsin pride: a cow, a round of cheese, and an ear of corn. It's a tribute to the state's dairy farming, cheese production, and overall farming culture. Now, at first glance, the coin looks like any other in the series. But what sets it apart, what turns this 25-cent coin into a potential jackpot, is a very specific and incredibly rare mint error known as the extra leaf variety. Here's where things get really interesting. Shortly after the Wisconsin quarter was released, collectors began to notice something strange. Some coins had an extra leaf on the ear of corn. Not just one type of extra leaf either, but 2 different varieties. One was nicknamed the extra leaf high, and the other the extra leaf low. In the high version, the additional leaf appears pointing upward near the top of the corn, while in the low version, it curves downward closer to the base. Now, how did this happen? Most experts believe it was a die gouge, a small, accidental cut or scratch on the minting die that left an unintended mark on the coin. But others speculate it could have been a rogue engraver or an intentional modification. Regardless of how it happened, one thing is clear: these errors are rare, fascinating, and extremely valuable. And here's the key: not every Wisconsin quarter has the extra leaf. Millions were made without any error at all. But only a limited number of these special high leaf and low leaf varieties exist. And they're not evenly distributed across the country. Most were discovered in a few Midwestern states, making them even more elusive for collectors in other regions. What makes this story even more exciting is how easily this coin can go unnoticed. To the untrained eye, the difference is subtle. But to collectors, spotting that extra leaf is like finding a needle in a haystack, except that needle could be worth a fortune. Now, let's talk about value. If you have a 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter with the extra leaf error, Its value depends on condition and rarity. A coin that's circulated, worn, or scratched might fetch a few hundred or even a few $1,000s. But the real treasure lies in coins that are in mint state condition, those that look brand new, with no signs of wear and a full, lustrous shine. Coins graded MS65 or higher, especially with strong eye appeal and a clearly visible extra leaf, can command serious prices at auction. Collectors are always looking for that perfect specimen, and competition is fierce. And here's the kicker. The rarest and cleanest examples of the 2004 Wisconsin quarter with the extra leaf error, particularly those in near-perfect uncirculated condition, have sold for as much as $75,000. Yes, you heard that right. $75,000 for a single quarter. 25 cents turned into a small fortune. And the best part? These coins are still out there. In collections. In change jars. Maybe even in your pocket right now. So next time you get a Wisconsin quarter in your change, flip it over and take a good look at that ear of corn. Do you see an extra leaf? Is it high? Is it low? Because if you do, you might be holding a coin that could change your life. Thanks for joining us today for another fascinating journey into the world of rare and valuable coins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a discovery like this again. Until next time, keep your eyes open, check your change carefully, and happy collecting. Your next great treasure might be just one quarter away.